Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. At the top of the list for us, a rash of school threats affecting Knox County classrooms. And that's not us calling it a rash, that's the word Knoxville police are now using. We saw more police around schools today and we learned about more students being arrested. The latest tally we have, 23 students arrested for alleged threats in Knox County just in the 3 weeks or so since the start of the school year. 6 of those arrests were made today, plus 3 yesterday and 2 on Friday. Now this morning, our crew spotted Knoxville police cruisers outside schools as students were arriving, making good on what we've been hearing about stepping up security measures in the wake of those threats. Police say we can expect this to continue, especially at pickup and drop-off times. Now, we spoke with a parent seeing the threats circulating online and deciding today to keep her 5 kids home from school.
I just don't feel safe sending them whatsoever to school, because what if something does happen? I know that there are parents that don't have that option, and so to know that your kid may, or to not know if your kid's going to come home is one of the worst feelings in the world. So I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that my kids are home safe.
DeBoto encourages parents to speak with their kids about the dangers of making these types of threats. That echoes what we've heard from Knox County Superintendent Dr. John Ricewick and Sheriff Tom Spangler, who also want parents to hammer home the message that these threats are not jokes. They're being taken very seriously. Now, the mom you heard from, not the only person apparently keeping their kids home from school. While we can't say that it was the threats prompting the decision, we did get numbers from the school system showing today's attendance was down roughly 25%, hitting around 68% across the district, while Superintendent John Ricewick addressing today's low attendance numbers, saying that he wants families to know Knox County schools are safe. Dr. Ricewick is encouraging families to bring their students to school. An East Tennessee man is in custody after another threat against an area school was discovered, this one involving McMinn County. The sheriff's office there says around 1:30 this afternoon, the sheriff's department and school administrators were made aware of a man in McMinn County. Now, the school was placed on a brief hold to be careful. Now, we're told within 15 minutes of receiving the call, deputies with some help from Homeland Security agent, identified and located the suspect at his house. They discovered the suspect, 44-year-old Joseph Webb, had made a threatening social media post. Once he was in custody, he was taken to McMinn County Jail, where he was charged with making threats of mass violence on school property. Knoxville police are also searching now for a man who broke the front door at Austin East High School. KPD shared these surveillance video stills of the unidentified male. Around midnight, the man struck the door with something that appears to be, well, something like a child's scooter, breaking the glass and then walking away. The man did not enter the school and instead turned around and started walking down Martin Luther King Avenue. If you have any information about the man or his identity, you're asked to call East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. We do have that number for you. It's right there on the bottom of your screen, 865-215-7165. You can also text ** tips. Our next big 7 at 7 story for you. A toddler rescued after being found alone outside a Sevier County apartment complex, and the child's mother now in police custody. According to incident reports, the toddler was found around 1:45 in the morning on Sunday in Kodak with nothing but a diaper on. Good Samaritans covered the child with blankets. When officers arrived, they noticed the baby looked familiar, and after cross-referencing the child with previous interactions at that address and from an apartment number given by the group of people, they called the resident Carintha Griffith. Now, Griffin says that she left the baby with a babysitter, but after letting officers into her home, they noticed several unsanitary conditions. Griffin also stated the toddler, quote, sleeps through the night, giving the officers the impression that Griffin thought the baby did not need supervision. After reading Griffin her rights and lack of proof that a babysitter even existed, Sevierville police took her into custody. The report also says a second child was found in nearby apartments. The Tennessee Department of Child Services says both children were released to the custody of another person whose name was redacted on the court document. One man is dead, 2 others seriously injured after a wrong-way crash on Alcoa Highway. Investigators believe alcohol is a contributing factor. Officers were first called to the stretch of highway near Green Acres Flea Market Saturday night. We're told an officer saw a Toyota driving the wrong way. The officer followed the driver, but the car eventually collided head-on with another car. The Toyota driver died at UT Medical Center. The 2 people in the other car were also taken to UT, but there is no update on their condition. As of this afternoon, their identities have not been released. Again, officials believe alcohol was involved in this crash. We are your local election headquarters. The Knox County Election Commission says it is ready for the upcoming presidential, federal, and state general election. We're told there will be a record number of poll workers to help you get through the line faster. Plus, there will also be an additional polling location at the Gibbs-Ruritan Club to help accommodate all of the voters. It's one of 2 big changes you're going to notice for this election.
We're hoping, particularly up in that Gibbs-Ruritan community, that takes a lot of the pressure off. The other thing I'm really happy that we're adding is a voting location in Farragut that's much bigger.
Yeah, that bigger location is the Village Green Shopping Center on Kingston Pike. Chris Davis, who you just heard from, says that moving there should help shorten long lines we've seen in Farragut in the past. Now, Davis also encourages early voting. Remember, that runs, by the way, from October 16th through the 31st. Big tributes to a heartbreaking moment in our recent history. East Tennesseans honoring the nearly 3,000 victims who lost their lives on this day in 2001. You know, this morning, 230 members of UT's Army and Air Force ROTC programs participated in a memorial climb at Neyland Stadium. Now, they went up the stairs near Gate 21B, mimicking the 110 floors New York firefighters climbed that fateful day. We caught up with a student who comes from a long line of New York City first responders.
I've been doing them since I was younger. Originally from New York. I grew up there, and most of my family are first responders. Born on September 11, 2004. Both my parents worked search and recovery at Ground Zero. 3 of my uncles worked. 2 of them worked search and recovery. 1 of them passed away as he was one of the first 2 battalion chiefs to Ground Zero. He passed in the building collapse. The big thing's honor through action, and that's something we live here. It's something I've lived my entire life.
The climb at Neyland began this morning at 6 and ended around 7:30. Victims of the 9/11 terror attacks were also remembered at a ceremony that happened at the City County building this morning. People like local leaders, first responders, members of the military coming together. And we also want to take a moment to remember the 3 people with ties to East Tennessee who were killed in the World Trade Center. Their names, Tony Carnes, Rob Lenore, and Tim Haviland. All 3 of their names are on the National 9/11 Memorial in New York and also on the local memorial here in Knoxville. A new program designed to aid in the housing crisis is coming to Blount County. The Blount County Community Action Agency is introducing its Safer Homesharing program. The program will serve people 50 and up by connecting those who have an extra room in their home with people who need a place to live. Program manager Joni Shaver says many Blount County residents are eligible to participate.
A person who's interested in they have an extra space, say they live in a 3-bedroom house and they live all alone. We have 25% of the population of Blount County live alone. And so if they are interested in renting a space in their house, they would call us.
Home sharing program helps participants create a plan and find a compatible housemate. If you're interested in the program, you can visit our website. We've got details for you there at WATE.com. A fire burning in the Smokies, getting bigger tonight. Park rangers saying the Flint Gap fire has now grown to 28 acres in size. You know, as we told you last night at 6, the fire is still not contained. No buildings were being threatened at last update, but some closures remain in effect. We're told the fire has not grown much over the last several days. However, that may soon change with changes in the weather. Ken says winds are expected to pick up. National Park Service says teams are putting together a strategy to suppress the fire.